Hi, I'm Seema Gupta, and today we will discuss how to prepare a digital marketing plan or strategy. Planning cycle in digital marketing has to be short because it's a very dynamic field and hence long-term plan may not be valid. Plans have to be more like a guideline. You must have a plan, but you should not be married to the plan, and you should be willing to adapt to the plan based on feedback from the market. Number one step in preparing the plan is to identify objectives. There are two types of objectives, branding and performance. The objective of branding campaigns is to increase awareness amongst large percentage of the target population, whereas the objective of performance campaigns is to drive conversions and deliver return on investment. While you are determining objectives, you can simultaneously identify the metrics that will be relevant. Metrics for branding campaigns will be impressions, reach, frequency. You can also hire a research agency to measure top of mind recall or conduct attitude studies and brand associations. Metrics for performance campaigns would be click-through rate, conversion rate, number of conversions, cost per conversion, cost per lead. Number two step in preparing a digital marketing plan is identifying the buyer personas. Companies will be targeting heterogeneous sets of consumers who can be categorized into multiple personas. It is very rare for a company to have only one buyer persona. Hence, make at least 4-5 buyer personas. In each persona, try to answer the 3 W's: who, what, and why. Who is your target audience? What is their age? What is their gender, location, job title, responsibility, educational background? Which companies do they work for? What is their seniority? After that, you must identify the what of target audience. What are the goals of your target audience? What are their pain points? What are their touch points? Lastly, the why of target audience. Why will the target audience buy your product? What is your elevator pitch? All this should not be based on hunch, but it should be based on actual data. Now you may wonder, what is the source of this data? One source is Google Analytics. It has audience reports which give data about location, demographics, device, operating system, gender, etc. Another interesting source of data is LinkedIn demographics tags. You can generate JavaScript code from LinkedIn and paste it on your website. It will help you capture demographic information of your website visitors, such as job title, seniority, function, if the website visitors have LinkedIn account. Another important source of audience information can be DMPs. These are data management platforms which can look up public profiles of your target audience on social media. The next step in preparing the plan is identifying the content strategy. You must analyze what worked in the past, what type of content resonates with the target audience. Do they prefer videos or images or infographics? Do they like ebooks or case studies, games or educational content? You must analyze which posts have done well in the past and what was the nature of their content. The next step in preparing a digital marketing plan is channel strategy. What will be the relative importance of paid, owned and earned media? Which paid media do you want to leverage? Do you want to run paid ads on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn? Similarly, which owned channels will you focus on? Will it be website or your blog or microsite? Which social media handles and pages will you get traffic from? Which blogs, forums, question answer sites will you do online PR on? How will you distribute your content on different content syndication sites? Will you use paid sites like Taboola or Outbrain? The next step in preparing a digital marketing plan is identifying the timelines. You must prepare a calendar which indicates the activities that you will do in each month and the channels on which you will focus and the content that you will deploy month-wise. Hence, your digital marketing will not depend on the mood of the team, but it will go as per the plan. The next step in preparing a plan is identifying how much budget to allocate. So, how much budget will you allocate to paid media and how much to owned? Paid media requires more budget nowadays, as most channels need paid ads to amplify reach. The organic reach in most social media channels is very limited. Typically, the percentage of budget allocation for paid media ranges from 60 to 90%. You must use paid media when the objective is customer acquisition. Paid media is good for creating awareness, for building reach, top of mind recall. Paid media is a good short-term strategy when you want immediate results. Earned media is for businesses which already have lot of customers. Hence, their objective is to retain them and build emotional loyalty towards the brand. Hence, earned media is more of a customer retention strategy. The quality of traffic that you get from owned media is much higher. They typically have a higher ticket size, they will order frequently, and they will spend more time on the site. If you are launching a product, then paid media is good to create buzz, to create awareness. So paid media is good for companies in introduction stage of life cycle, but earned media is good for companies in maturity stage. So market leaders will focus on owned media, whereas challengers will focus on paid media to grow their market share. Marketeer can initially allocate more budget to paid media, but over a period of time, as the business grows, marketeer can shift budget to owned and earned. Apart from this, marketing should also decide how much budget allocation has to be done across different facets of digital marketing. So, how much budget allocation for display? How much for search, SEO or social media like Facebook or Insta or YouTube? When we add up all, we can identify the total budget for digital marketing. The last step in preparing a plan is measurement, which we have already discussed in the beginning, that it has to be aligned with the objectives. Now, this approach of digital marketing plan is top down. It's more strategic, more holistic and integrative. Subscribe to my channel for more awesome tips on digital marketing and check out my website profseema.com. Thank you for watching.